Hey friends, this is Dara, one of your Next Gen interns. First of all, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss anything we post. Also, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Facebook. Now, welcome to For Your Entertainment, where we show you guys some of the funniest videos we found on social media.
Was there something I could have said to make your heart beat better? If only I'd have known you were the storm to weather. Choose your character.
I don't know who that person is, but she's not my owner. That's not my owner. Don't let her in.
Hey, hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you didn't know, we have a new worship song up. So click the link in the corner or click the link in the description. Usually, we play a little game called Find the Student, which we will be back with next week. So make sure you know who to find and keep your eyes peeled so that you could be the next one hidden. Back to your favorite youth pastor, Pastor Tito.
Hello, I'm Pastor Tito. I'm one of the pastors here at Westover Next Gen, and we're continuing a conversation about 5 things that are holding you back. And this week we want to talk about chemistry. Chemistry is how well do you get along with other people. Now, there's several reasons that you may have some chemistry issues. Maybe some of it has to do with character. Maybe there's a character flaw that you need to work on that's holding you back, or a character flaw in someone else. Or maybe it's a cultural issue. Maybe you don't quite fit in with those people. Maybe you don't have common interests. But here's the thing, chemistry, how well you get along with other people, is something you can grow in. It's something you could work on and improve in. And there's this great book, it's called Emotional Intelligence 2.0, and it talks a lot about this. And there are 2 big areas that if you can nail them down, if you could really work on them, it'll help you grow so much if you'll just pay attention to them. The first one is self-awareness, and the second is social awareness. Now, when we talk about self-awareness, this is just what it sounds like. It's paying attention to yourself. It's paying attention to how you are perceived by other people. It's noticing your emotions and noticing how you react to stuff and figuring out how you need to grow in this area. And here's the thing, if you need to grow in this area, it takes self-management. Self-management is specifically learning how to control your emotions. It's learning to develop self-control is the church word that we use for this. Remember in scripture, Galatians 5:22, we said that the fruit of the Spirit, one of them is self-control. It's learning to be adaptable. It's learning to roll with the punches, being positive, even when your gut reaction to something is to be super negative. And then there's the second half of this whole chemistry issue. It's social awareness. And this is your ability to dial into what's going on around you. This is noticing the people around you, noticing their emotions, their feelings, when they're having a rough time, when they're frustrated. This is also you learning to have empathy and being able to see from someone else's perspective. These are all social skills. And if you want to grow in this area, it requires you to learn relationship management. That's learning to be a team player. That's learning how to deal with conflict in a way that gets you and the other person at a good solution. Because here's the thing, when it comes to conflict, you can win the argument and not really win. And that's why I highly recommend this book. It's so great. And some people say that your ability to grow in this area is probably the way that gives you the greatest potential to advance in a company, because how well you get along with other people is so crucial. So here's some questions for you. How self-aware are you? How well do you get along with other people? And do you find that you're able to really dial in on the moods of others? Those are great areas to improve. And then here's our 4th area. This is the area of competency. Now, when we say competency, we're saying how well do you know how to do whatever it is you're supposed to do? This asks the question, do you have the training? Do you have the skills required to accomplish whatever it is that you're supposed to do? So in basketball, for instance, if you don't know how to dribble the ball, if you don't know how to shoot a 3-pointer, if you don't know how not to travel, let's just say you're not gonna win. You're not gonna succeed. And in life and in most jobs, there are just basic skills that you need to learn. And if you don't know them, you'll never grow, and you'll never move forward, and you'll definitely never advance and be given more opportunity in that area. And as a leader, if you want people to follow you in uncertain times, then you need to be able, when there's no map, then you need to learn how to lead when there is a map. When there is certainty, you need to show that you have competency. So here are a couple of questions for you. What skills do you need that you don't have? And where can you go to get those skills? Maybe you're wanting to become first chair in band. Well, maybe then you need to get private lessons. Or maybe you want to get into a great college, but maybe you need tutoring, and maybe you need to really develop some good study habits. So these are some great questions to ask yourself. And then here's the last thing, the final thing of the 5 things that are holding you back. This last one is capacity. Capacity is this: how much can you handle? And you've probably heard it referenced like this. You've probably heard someone say, I've just got too much on my plate, or I'm juggling too many balls in the air. Both of those are statements that have to do with this whole idea of capacity. Now, if you get overwhelmed easy, if it's easy for you to get so stressed out, then that's a good sign that you need to grow and you have some stretching to do in the area of capacity. Now, let's be honest. Growth usually never feels good. Growth usually feels like pain, it feels like stretching, it feels like adapting, it feels like learning how to do too much when you don't have enough time to do it. But let me say this, you can do it. You just have to not give up, and you have to learn to do what you're already doing faster and more efficiently. And here's the missing component, here's a big thing, you have to learn to build teams around you. You need to learn that as a leader, if you have a goal to accomplish, if you'll train up other people to see how important that goal is and to rally around you, you can get more done more efficiently and more effectively. This has the greatest potential for return than you just learning more and you just developing yourself. And here's a faithful saying from Pastor Jim Ryan. He says, learn to be a developer of people, not just a doer of tasks. In other words, take someone with you because the mission is big and people are worth it. So here's a question for you. How much can you handle? How much can you put on your plate and not get so stressed out and overwhelmed you just want to quit? And if you find you don't have great answers for that, then you probably need to grow and stretch in your capacity. So thanks for tuning in. These are the 5 things that are holding you back. And our prayer is that you would take these things to heart and you would allow the Lord to really grow you in these areas and you would be all that God created you to be. We love you guys and we'll see y'all later.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We really miss you guys. Now remember, we have a new worship song up. And also, keep your eyes peeled for next week's sermon. Bye everyone.